Howdy folks, TechTexN here, bringing you H1Z1, and I've been playing this a few times with buddy Jahan, and actually quite a few people from the Fully Loaded Gaming website, and we've been enjoying this. This is early access alpha, so it is a very early release, so there's a lot of changes that are being made to it. However, so far its current condition is not half bad. Now, upon release, though, there were some problems because, well, we had a lot of people trouble with logins and things of that nature. Now, if you're familiar with DayZ, it's similar to DayZ, so that's kind of what you're to expect. This is a PvP server, so in short, trust no one. Not a single person. Of course, I don't know if any of my buddies are in this server. When you log in, you kind of don't know anything. I'm not currently on the TeamSpeak right now because I assumed that most of them have gone to sleep. Oh, crap. That was a zombie. Alright. So yes, this is a zombie apocalypse. And you kind of have to get to know the map, and in fact I have to minimize my game just to look at the map, and even then I sometimes don't always know where I'm at. And I wanted to do a recording of me playing for a while, but the problem is the recording gets a little long, and to viewers it seems more like a running simulator. However, when you're playing the game, you feel a lot more tension because there are prying eyes out there of people who are looking and deciding whether or not they want to risk attacking you and taking your loot, or they're just going to sit back and ignore you and walk away, or maybe even ask you to join their group, one of the few. So that tension is always there in this game. And then of course, you see sort of, a figure or a silhouette of a person in the distance in the fog or something. You think, okay, who's that? You approach them and it's a zombie. Oh, okay, well, no biggie. However, approaching a zombie, you're kind of ignoring everywhere else around you, so it becomes a little bit of a distraction. So there's lots of things to worry about in this game in a PvP setting. Those of you who play DayZ know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of fun, especially when you have a group of guys that you're playing with, and you have, you lure people in to a false sense of security, and then you just kill them and take their loot. It's a lot of fun. I know that sounds like the trolling thing to do, but that's to expect in a PvP server. Now, there are PvE servers for those who don't want to be attacked by other players, so don't worry about that. At least I think there are. And, take a look and see at some other videos to see what all there is. Oh, is that a zombie or a player? See, once again, is that a player or a zombie? I think it's a zombie, because he's just kind of moving around slowly. Yeah, that's a zombie. Okay, no worries. The zombies in this game have a horde-like mentality, and what that means is an individual zombie is actually not much of a threat. It is horde of zombies that suddenly start to pick up their running pace, and they're more dangerous, and if you start to attack one, the others catch up and start knocking you out or eating you, and you begin to bleed, and things just go downhill from there. So you want to carefully pick your battles when it comes to the zombies. Now, out in the open field, there's actually not that many zombies I found, but then again, updates have been rolling in left and right, so everything I say, could change in a day. They may have changed it by the time I upload this video, so you want to kind of look out for that. Now, if you do decide to get this game and you're just kind of wanting a few pointers, the first thing you want to do, first of all, you start off with a belt pouch, blue jeans, and a shirt. You get flare. I opened a package of gauze, so they give you some gauze, so if you get wounded, each gauze gives you 10% health, but it takes time to get that 10% health. it's a slow regeneration. Alright, now here's the main road. I'm going to get off the main road because I don't want to get noticed too soon. I'm sure y'all want me to get noticed really soon, but I'm just going to try to help give y'all some starters. Now, first of all, you definitely want weapons. And the most basic weapon that you can craft is a wooden bow. And you basically will need sticks and you will need strips of cloth. Now you have two options. One, you could try to take on the zombies with your fists and try to get cloth off of them. Or you can loot some buildings, which is dangerous because a lot of players tend to hang around the buildings. It's always a risk every time you go to a building on a PvP server. The other option is you can actually just rip up your shirt. Now, notice that each piece of clothing gives you a certain amount of storage space, so your shirt gives you 90. However, if I were to rip apart my shirt, shred it up, I get some scraps of cloth, I can use 2 scraps of cloth to craft a satchel. Oh, excuse me, six scraps of cloth, so I just lost some storage space there, which is a bummer. However, I can make my makeshift bow, and with this, I can make, and through the crafting system, you can make some arrows, and with some arrows, you can kill zombies a lot more easy, and then from the zombies, you can get some cloth. So I'm going to get some more sticks, because I need a lot more arrows than 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty confident in my aim, but after a few cups of coffee, I get a little jittery. And sticks are pretty common to find. You find them in the woods. You typically get them off some plants that are kind of low to the ground. I don't think that... No, that doesn't count. And you definitely want your makeshift bow. Now, by the way, I knew the recipe before I crafted. And the way you discover your recipes is in the Discovery tab right here. And the items that you have to have the items in your inventory in order to discover it, and you drag the items to these boxes, click discover, and that discovers the recipe. In case of the bow, you need sticks and scraps of cloth. I don't think you need the total amount that's required to craft it. You only need to put the type of item. So just put 1 cloth and 1 wooden stick, and you should be able to discover the recipe, and it'll from now on show on your crafting list. As you can see, I don't have many recipes yet, and there's actually quite a few of them. I have to go through a lot to make them. I mean, like the metal bar, you know, I need 1 scrap metal, but I am not normally that lucky in finding scrap metal. Okay, without further ado, let's find some sticks, and we'll go kill some zombies and try to get some scrap cloth. And hopefully I won't die in the process. Okay, so these right here will give you some sticks, and that's a quick way to collect them. And also those tall looking branches over there is another way of getting sticks. Now, sticks fill up your inventory very fast, but once you craft them... Oh great, there's a building. Yeah, I'm just asking for death right now. I'm pretty sure somebody's watching me as we speak. Alright, I'm just gonna collect some sticks and walk away. Now, you do have a food level, and you want to pick these blackberries. Now, you don't want to live on the blackberries the whole time, but if you're starting with no loot and you're out in the middle of nowhere, collect as many blackberries as possible, because they don't fill your meter up very much. However, they're all over the place, so they're easily available. All other foods, it's kind of rare. There are some animals you can hunt and take their meat. However, you have to have a means of cooking them in order to eat the meat. You don't want to eat raw meat. So it's kind of pointless for me to go hunting right now, because I have no way to cook it. Alright, now right here, I don't like this. A lot of times near these buildings, people are building these shacks nearby, so that when they log back into the server, they can go straight to the building and loot. Oh, hell. I got 3 arrows. Uh-oh. Oh, really? Come on. He took a swipe and I have minor bleeding. The minor bleeding eventually stops, but it's a good idea to use some gauze. Alright, come on. Really? Alright, let's see if I can craft. No, no, no. Ah, he hit me again. I mean, I could just hit him with the stick and knock him out, I guess. Oh, that was a horrible shot. Alright, let's craft some more arrows. Here we go. Seems to stop chasing me. That's good. Because I lack room in the inventory, it's kind of hard to... Uh-oh, here it comes. Alright, now he's down. Finally. My goodness. And you can retrieve wooden arrows that you shoot. So, I'm going to go back here, see if I can't find any in proximity. I'm just hitting tab, seeing if anything shows up in proximity. It doesn't always work, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, there's no arrows. Ah, I didn't get many, but that's okay. And he didn't have anything to loot, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go make some more. But, I mean, that's the basics, really. This will help you get started. Just some arrows, make some bow and arrows, and that'll help you survive a bit. Kill a few individual zombies. Stay away from the hordes whenever possible when you're starting out. And just pick off those ones that are standing all amongst their lonesome. Because some of them will have items, a lot of them will not. Some things in this game will frustrate you, but they're trying to make survival difficult, so I do understand about that. And I do want a challenge. I definitely want a challenge, and on a PvP server, you know, you definitely want a challenge amongst the world of zombies and just lack of items. So that's pretty much that's it in a nutshell. There's no specific objective that you're really trying to do other than to survive as long as possible. And on a PvP server, people just enjoy trolling like crazy. People lure you into a false sense of security, saying, hey, join my crew, and as soon as you walk in their base, they just take you out. It's just a running joke. A lot of people fall for it. However, other people, they like to kick in the role play and act like they're an actual citizen involved in a apocalyptic world. I mean, after all, you are. And you know, there are town names such as Pleasant Valley and Ranchito Taquito, and you know, you could just say, hey, I'm from Ranchito Taquito, and I'm completely lost, and I'm trying to head down to another town looking for family, blah blah blah. You know, coming up with roleplay situations. So that's sometimes fun to do, and everybody just kind of gets together to have a good time. And I just made a bandage. I did not mean to do that. Darn. So yes, this is H1Z1 in a nutshell. Again, there's a lot of updates being made. They've had to update the amount of loot a few times because it was so low on these high volume servers that it was kind of hard to find any loot because everybody was just taking all the loot. So there are guns in this game if you can find them. You can craft, if you find all the car parts, you can repair cars and drive those around. I've already been run over by a couple. You know, as soon as they spot you, they're going to want to run you over. So if you happen to see a vehicle, you might want to get near a tree or some other impassable object. Not a rock. Apparently they can go right through rocks. But some other impassable object, so that way you can hide behind it to prevent getting run over. So yes, that is H1Z1 for you. And if you want me to make some more videos on this game, let me know. I'm going to try to get on the game with Jahan and the rest of them, Death, Replay, and all them, and we have a good time. But, although one of the complaints I kind of have for these type of games is you can't really spawn near your teammates. You're spawned randomly on the map, which frequently is a good distance away. So it's kind of difficult to group with your friends when you have to travel so far and there's such a high risk of death getting there. And in many cases, you don't die, but then your buddy dies by the time you get there. So it's a little difficult to play in groups because of that. However, again, that's also, the other side of that coin is that's part of the survival challenge, is to get with your group and try to stick with them as best you can. It entices you to plan things a little bit more accordingly and carefully, and try to survive a little better. So I think that's about all I really want to say about this game at the moment. I'm going to be playing more if I can. I mean, this week has been crazy. I'm not going to have time to actually play any games this week. Just trying to pump out some of these videos as best I can. But time is killing me at the moment. So yes, have a good look at this game, and if you want to, join us by going to our website, follow the web link below, and recruit at Fully Loaded Gaming, and join us in some of the other servers. We have a Rust server, and we have a Rust server, and we have a 7 Days to Die server. We have a Life is Feudal server, which is the real popular one. And with that said, y'all come back now, you hear? Bye!